This is Adam Gorney on the Rival Signing Day Show, continuing along here with Florida State head coach Mike Norvell. And Mike, another signing day in the books. Great news with one of the best receivers in the class, Hakeem Williams. And the story here is incredible. You guys got involved, and you're one of many schools involved with him. And then he takes his own trip to New Orleans to see you guys play LSU. Luckily, you called a great game and won that game, and it went really well. What kind of player can he be for you? How talented is he? And he's just a rare physical specimen too.
Yeah. I mean, he's special. I mean, he's a special player, special talent. But more than all that, I mean, he's a special young man. And really, I think Ron Dugans has done a remarkable job in developing a relationship. We all have, and that's what really Hakeem was. Had every option, and he could have went anywhere he wanted. But I think he really found something special here at Florida State with an opportunity, and just a chance to come here and to be able to succeed in all ways. And he absolutely great fit for our culture and our football team. But the sky's the limit to what he'll be able to do, and really got a special one there.
When did you get the sense that you were not only really in this, but really about to land him and then keep him? And this as well as anybody, the recruiting really starts once the kid commits almost sometimes,
Oh, absolutely. And, he'd come to a couple of our workouts, and when he came to the practice, I loved watching his interaction. And I mean, he's one of those guys that'll be standing on the sideline, but as each play and each rep, and we coach our guys and get after them pretty good, just in how hard we push. And he was, had the biggest smile on his face. I mean, he loved the way that we worked, and that's really I saw that just kind of take off. And as he saw this offense and the program continue to grow and showcase all that we can do, I mean, it was a perfect fit. So it was a heck of a journey that we were on, and just so grateful I get to coach him.
You always want playmakers. You got to keep loading up on them. Did it seem like this class, though, in particular, you wanted guys, whether at receiver or running back, you got a quarterback late, went to the portal for some tight ends? Was it sort of an objective to get more playmakers, more pass catchers in this offense?
Well, I mean, I think guys that have that game-changing ability, and we use a variety of personnel groupings. We try to get our guys in the best one-on-ones. So finding guys that when you get the ball in their hands, that they know what to do with it. And you mentioned quarterback. Brock Glenn was a big get for us, and he was a guy that was a top target. We had committed to another school. I think Coach Tokarz did a really nice job of building the relationships, even through and out of respect, even with the commitment somewhere else. And, he was just, as he saw us continue to grow and put on display, all we were capable of, I think he knew that this was the best place for him. And definitely excited about his future and all those playmakers that we were able to bring into the program.
The guy who I think is the sleeper is Vandrevius Jacobs. He's, a little undersized, but that's almost like to his benefit, like he's just so fast. He's going to catch a lot of passes. He wasn't talked about as much as some other receivers in this class, but what do you like about him and how you can get him the ball?
I mean, everything. He is a true, he's a definition of playmaker. Had over 20 touchdowns this year. He was an early commitment, and, Dre was not one that was out trying to seek all the attention and do all the different things at camps. And I mean, he just played ball, and he was one of the best players in the state of Florida, one of the best players in the country. Was a top target for us, and he held true throughout the entire process. But we got a special player in him.
As Brock Glenn was going through the process, and we don't have to mention schools or whatever, but when you went up to Memphis, it seemed like there was like a symbiotic relationship there. Like you guys hit it off. Like he wanted to come, you wanted him. How did that kind of all progress as he was going through the last few weeks here?
Well, I mean, it's just when you see a young man, you build a relationship. I've known of Brock for a long time, and we've started building the relationship in the recruiting, in the recruiting process. But he was, just him, his mom, his family. I mean, brothers and sisters are remarkable. And just, when every time that they would come down to campus or I'd get a chance to visit with them, I mean, I felt something special. And then you watch him play the game. I mean, he's just a great talent. I've known his high school coaches, for a long time. Got a lot of respect for what they do and how they've done it there at Lausanne. And it all came to be the way that I believe it was supposed to, and just so glad that he's going to be a Seminole.
You're going to have a lot of in-state recruiting battles there. I don't think it's any secret. Edwin Joseph was definitely one of those. You won it. Where do you see him? We list him as an athlete. He can kind of play everywhere. Where do you kind of see him? What do you want to do with him?
No, he is an athlete, but we're going to play him at corner, and that's where we see an elite level potential there. And his ball skills. You watch him play receiver, and he could definitely be a take at receiver too. I mean, he is a great talent, but we see him as a game changer in the defensive backfield. Change of direction, athleticism, ball skills, all those things that you want. Playing there, in South Florida and Chaminade Madonna. I mean, it's one of the best teams in the country, and you see the competition that he would go against, and I mean, just was elite at the corner position. So excited about what he brings, and that was a big get for us today.
Portal is basically recruiting 2.0, and we could all complain about it or accept it or whatever it is. How do you kind of look at it? How do you want to use it? You have utilized it in this class. Is it piecing things together, or is it sometimes revamping what you're kind of trying to do?
Well, I mean, you're still looking for the best fit, and that's one thing that we talk about, all the time, whether it's high school or portal or junior college, is finding the right fit for building this team. And we want the most talented, biggest, strongest, fastest players we can get, but they got to be the right fit for us. And so we've done a really good job being able to get two of the best tight ends in the country, in the portal, through the portal this year, with both versatile skill sets that can be, great weapons for us. Looking at the offensive lineman we've been able to bring in, you've got three guys that have a lot of experience and ability, that all have a specific vision, coupled with, a couple of high school linemen that I think are going to be great. I mean, Lucas Simmons, is one of the top targets that we had, within our entire team for this recruiting class, and to be able to get him, and then, today with Andre Otto, and, I think has a guy with all the potential in the world, it's just put together a really, really, good class for us.
Recruiting is hard enough when you have to know the shorter university tight end, though. That takes it to another level, doesn't it?
It's definitely, probably watched a lot more shorter film than I ever have, but I did play in the Gulf South, so I had a little familiarity.
Right. Again, that is Florida State head coach Mike Norvell. Mike, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks so much. Go Noles.